Anyways, I had to type that out to make sure he knew. Anyways. Alright guys, I'm gonna get real close to the mic real quick. He's working with my arch nemesis Downey syndrome. Robert Downey syndrome. Please, can we stop these two from trying to ruin my streaming career? Him and Robert Downey syndrome. What do they want to do? They want to swing their arms over my head and play jump rope with me. I shall not be allowed to play jump rope with them because he is the Antichrist. You heard it here first, folks. Jesus is the Antichrist. That's why his name, spelled the same way, spells Jesus. Isn't that a coincidence? I think not. And also, if you really think about it, he was on Francisco's desk. Yeah, he was there. He was at Francisco's desk during physics in high school. So let me get a little bit closer to the mic. Anyways, yes, he was definitely. Anyways, sorry for the breathing, guys. Anyways, he's definitely the Antichrist. His name, spelled the same way, is an anagram for Jesus Christ. And what did Jesus Christ do? He died for our sins. But what has Jesus died for? He died for nothing, making him the opposite of Jesus Christ, making him the Antichrist. And also, he works with Downey syndrome, Robert Downey syndrome, who successfully attempted to put his hand over my head twice while listening to music. He was listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Mixtape 1. When he was listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Mixtape 1, he was swinging his hands over my head, trying to read my mind because he has tinfoil. He had tinfoil on his head, neutralizing the power of the Guardian of the Galaxy 3 and Guardian of the Galaxy 1 remix. So yes, he was out to get my life. I felt it. Once he put his hand over my head, I felt some of the life force draining from my body, and it was quite severe. I took quite a bit of damage from it, but luckily I had Monster Reborn, so I waited for the moment of impact of death, and I popped my Monster Reborn as my ultimate, using my RCT to reverse all the damage inside my organs caused by the tinfoil of Downey Syndrome Man. Once Downey Syndrome Man figured out that I had RCT, he started to avoid me because he has not fully mastered the technique of RCT, meaning if I hit him with a clean, thin icebreaker into a Jacob's ladder, he will be vanquished, because little do we know, he is Sukuna's half-brother twice removed. That's why he has Down syndrome, because he's twice removed from the family. So he didn't get the quite the techniques that anyways, guys, you guys made me lose focus. Anyways, like I was saying, Robert Downey syndrome is not just any normal Down syndrome person. He is the half-brother of Sukuna, twice removed. And that's why when he reincarnated, he didn't use his fingers, no. He implanted his Down syndrome into a generational bloodline. You know what that bloodline was called? It was called the Kamo clan. Why do you think Kenjaku can move his brain from brain to brain? Isn't that a coincidence? I think not. He's passing the Down syndrome from body to body. So, little do we know, Robert Downey syndrome isn't his self anymore. He is being controlled by Kenjaku. So, once we thwart his plans for the last time, and I'm able to pop my domain expansion, throw him in my domain's sure hit effect, where I throw him in the back of my truck, we'll take Robert Downey syndrome out to Caleb's domain expansion. So we're gonna pop a double domain where Caleb's domain is gonna be an open barrier, mine's is gonna be a closed barrier. So think of it like Saturn. You know what Saturn is, the planet? Yeah, think of it like that, where where Caleb's domain expansion is the ring around Saturn, and my domain expansion is Saturn itself. So once we kidnap Robert Downey syndrome, once we, I didn't say kidnap. Once we put him in my domain expansion, and I close it off fully, we should. Anyways, we're leaving. We should be able to finish the job in Caleb's domain expansion, where we have the 2v1 advantage. Then I'm gonna put my ring on and summon my girlfriend. And what my girlfriend will do is make sure that my cursed energy doesn't run out, because she's able to restore my cursed energy. So I'll get a limited supply of cursed energy, but only for 2 minutes. And then I will give Caleb some of my reverse curse technique to heal him. Then he'll be able to hit a consecutive 8 black flashes on Robert Downey syndrome, killing him right then and there. Then once he hits him with the 8 black flashes and then kills him, we are going to kill Jesus next, because Jesus is going to be the next vessel for Robert Downey syndrome, because he was on Francisco's desk. And on Francisco's desk, there was a file saying that Caleb wasn't there. Me and Caleb weren't there at all. It was just Jesus. Anyways, Jesus, he used to go to Francisco's desk and talk politics. Not just any politics, though. He would talk politics with Robert Downey syndrome. So it's all full circle. Robert Downey syndrome has been planning to take Jesus' disabled body for its heavenly restriction, so that he can use the heavenly restriction to bring back King Von. And once he brings back King Von, he's going to slime out O-Block once and for all. He's going to finish off O-Block. But we're gonna cut them off before it happens.